A lucid dream is any dream during which the dreamer is aware that they are dreaming. During lucid dreaming, the dreamer may be able to exert some degree of control over the dream characters, narrative, and environment. The term lucid dream was coined by Dutch author and psychiatrist Frederik van Eeden in his 1913 article A Study of Dreams, though descriptions of dreamers being aware that they are dreaming predates the term. Early references to the phenomenon are found in ancient Greek writings. For example, the philosopher Aristotle wrote, "Often when one is asleep, there is something in consciousness which declares that what then presents itself is but a dream." Meanwhile, the physician Galen of Pergamon used lucid dreams as a form of therapy. In addition, a letter written by Saint Augustine of Hippo in 415 AD tells the story of a dreamer, Dr. Gennadius, and refers to lucid dreaming. In Eastern thought, cultivating the dreamer's ability to be aware that he or she is dreaming is central to both the Tibetan Buddhist practice of dream yoga and the ancient Indian Hindu practice of yoga nidra. The cultivation of such awareness was common practice among early Buddhists. Philosopher and physician Sir Thomas Browne was fascinated by dreams and described his own ability to lucid dream in his Religio Medici, stating, "Yet in one dream I can compose a whole comedy, behold the action, apprehend the jests and laugh myself awake at the conceits thereof." Also, Samuel Pepys in his diary entry for the 15th of August 1665 records a dream, stating, "I had my Lady Castlemaine in my arms and was admitted to use all the dalliance I desired with her, and then dreamt that this could not be awake, but that it was only a dream." In 1867, the French sinologist Marie-Jeanne Léon, Marquise Hervé de Saint-Denis anonymously published Les Rêves et les Moyens de les diriger, Observations pratiques, Dreams and the Ways to Direct Them, Practical Observations, in which describes his own experiences of lucid dreaming, and proposes that it is possible for anyone to learn to dream consciously. In 1913, Dutch psychiatrist and writer Frederik van Eeden coined the term lucid dream in an article entitled A Study of Dreams. Some have suggested that the term is a misnomer because Van Eeden was referring to a phenomenon more specific than a vivid or lucid dream. Van Eeden intended the term lucid to denote having insight, as in the phrase a lucid interval applied to someone in temporary remission from a psychosis, rather than as a reference to the perceptual quality of the experience, which may or may not be clear and vivid. In 1968, Celia Green analyzed the main characteristics of such dreams, reviewing previously published literature on the subject and incorporating new data from participants of her own. She concluded that lucid dreams were a category of experience quite distinct from ordinary dreams, and predicted that they would turn out to be associated with rapid eye movement sleep. Green was also the first to link lucid dreams to the phenomenon of false awakenings. Lucid dreaming was subsequently researched by asking dreamers to perform predetermined physical responses while experiencing a dream, including eye movement signals. The first experiment of this type was conducted in the late 1970s by British parapsychologist Keith Hearn. A volunteer named Alan Worsley used eye movements to signal the onset of lucidity, which were recorded by a polysomnograph machine. The first peer-reviewed article on the subject was published by Stephen Laberg at Stanford University, who developed such techniques as part of his doctoral dissertation. In 1985, Laberg performed a pilot study that showed that time perception while counting during a lucid dream is about the same as during waking life. Lucid dreamers counted out 10 seconds while dreaming, signaling the start and the end of the count with a prearranged eye signal measured with electroculogram recording. Laberg's results were confirmed by German researchers D. Erlacher and M. Schrödl in 2004. In a further study by Stephen Laberg, 4 subjects were compared either singing while dreaming or counting while dreaming. Laberg found that the right hemisphere was more active during singing and the left hemisphere was more active during counting. Neuroscientist J. Allen Hobson has hypothesized what might be occurring in the brain while lucid. The first step to lucid dreaming is recognizing one is dreaming. This recognition might occur in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is one of the few areas deactivated during REM sleep and where working memory occurs. Once this area is activated and the recognition of dreaming occurs, the dreamer must be cautious to let the dream continue but be conscious enough to remember that it is a dream. While maintaining this balance, the amygdala and parahippocampal cortex might be less intensely activated. To continue the intensity of the dream hallucinations, it is expected the pons and the parieto-occipital junction stay active. Using electroencephalography and other polysomnographical measurements, Laberg and others have shown that lucid dreams begin in the rapid eye movement stage of sleep. Laberg also proposes that there are higher amounts of beta-1 frequency band brainwave activity experienced by lucid dreamers, hence there is an increased amount of activity in the parietal lobes, making lucid dreaming a conscious process.